Okay, folks, this is going to be the smallest video coming from this channel. I swear to God, this is going to be the smallest video that you've ever seen from CryptoTarget itself, right? Because number one, guys, it's a weekend, and number two, I don't see any particular trading kind of opportunity in the market right now because everything is sideways, guys. And all right, now there's one thing which I can tell you guys right here is the fact that for this weekend, most likely we could start bouncing to the upside all the way towards $33,000 level itself. Now, why do I say that, guys? Every single time we are in a situation like this, like kind of like a channel itself, which is not that perfect, so you got to adjust some lines again and again. So what happens that whenever you meet the channel lows, you diverge off of the RSI itself, and then you push to the upside for your channel upside test, right? Now this has been happening for the previous two times, and I don't think that this time is going to be different, because this time is not going to be different because we are dealing with bigger amount of support, right? This is bigger support right here. If you compare this support with this one and this one, yep, this is certainly way bigger than both of these supports. So both of these supports. So essentially, guys, in the small time frames, with the divergence which is building right here in the hourly and the 4-hour time frame itself, yes, the higher probability lies towards the fact that we could be bouncing for a little retest of the 200 simple on the hourly time frame itself at first, right? So let's take a look at the 4-hour posture for that matter. Essentially, guys, the price action is still down with the 21 simple moving average in the 4-hour time frame. So how do you confirm the divergence in the 1-hour time frame? You do that by looking at this price action. So essentially, if any 4-hour candle starts closing above $32,000 levels, then we can attempt a bounce and maybe make our way all the way towards the lower side of $33,000 levels, right? Now that could be aligning with this and this entire region. Let me just demarcate this one with you guys, for you guys, sorry. So why is this very important, guys? Because we got so many contact points, 1 2 3 4 5 6. I mean, then we can come back here again once again for the 7th contact time, right? So essentially, guys, these things, whenever you try to pinpoint the support resistance areas, this is a little fundamental thought process, right, that you have to have at the back of your mind, that you got to look for most contact points. Guys, guess what? Look, it can or cannot be the exact wick or the exact candle closure. What you have to figure out is that the level where most of the activity is happening in the price action, right? So you see right here, the price action deviates from this entire region to the upside for about 3%, and then it deviates to the downside for 3%. So that means most of the activity is happening on these levels, right? And if we extend this one back down onto these levels as well, yes, guys, you can see the relevancy coming from this level again and again. So essentially, this is why $33,000 levels on a trending basis for our time frames that are important is going to be your 12-hour time frame trending behavior on this price level, right? Now that is aligning with your 55 simple moving average as well. So essentially, once you start trending above 33,000 on a 12-hour closing basis, then we can talk about these targets back again, guys. But for today and tomorrow, the chances are a little less and a little slim that we might really break below this level and start trending immediately to the downside, guys. Now during the weekend, you certainly don't have that liquidity to break a floor which has been under formulation for a very long time, guys. We have been in this range for about 2 months, guys, 2 to 3 months, right? And we've been, like, to be honest with you, I mean, look, the highs and lows have been constantly changing, but the areas of significance have been the same, guys, have been the same. This is the perfect range bound behavior for Bitcoin, although altcoins are supposed to look strong. They were supposed to look strong, right? When Bitcoin is a range bound situation, altcoins are supposed to look damn strong, and essentially that happens when your Bitcoin dominance dynamics are different. Right now, what are we dealing with? We are dealing with Bitcoin going down, and your dominance is going to the upside, guys, which means that altcoins against BTC will start looking weak, and yep, anything and everything that's going to go to the upside or the downside will most likely be decided by Bitcoin itself. And for this weekend itself, a closure below $31,000 levels is going to be a little unlikely, guys. It's going to be a little unlikely. Now, the only level which I am considering about for a weekly candle closure that can be significant is going to be this level, guys. It's going to be $30,500 level. So let's just draw a line right here as well, for that matter. So this region. So once you start closing your weekly candle below $30,500 levels, essentially the next 12-hour candle closure happens below this level, yes, more chances that we're going to be breaking this low, and probably we're going to be heading down towards $27,000 levels. But until then, there's going to be a range bound and choppy behavior, guys, and this is something which I would refrain trading, right? I would just essentially want to control myself for the next 24 hours until the weekly candle closes and it gives a good directional bias to us, right? 4 hour pretty clear. We got some divergence happening on the 4 hour time frame itself. Yep, so guys, more chances towards the fact that we could go to the upside, but for that confirmation we have to close 4 hour candles above $32,000 levels, right? All right, next up we have Ethereum. Real quick, similar situation guys, against the 21 simple on the 4 hour time frame. Yes, we are grinding against the moving average, and yes, we are look, the downside momentum is dissipating as we keep on going down, right? This is pretty much clear from this point and this point right here guys. We see crazy divergence on the 4 hour time frame itself. So what is the signature on RSI that I'm looking for? This grind right here guys, this grind. So we are attempting a real breakout, or we are attempting a real trend that could start situating above your bear control zone, right? So the main bear control zone is below your 40 reads on the RSI, but if the RSI stays above 40, essentially that's not that bearish, that's not overwhelmingly bearish guys. As you can see, every single time if we situate below 40 reads on RSI, that can lead into some devastating moves, right? Every single time guys, every single time you start situating below 40, you see devastating moves going down. And when you start trending above 40, that is a little eased out situation, and the price action kind of stops going down. That is what I'm trying to tell you guys. So similar situation right here, as you are situating below the 40 reads on the RSI, yes, your trend was constantly down. So essentially, if you start doing this one, if you start trending above 40 reads on the RSI, the small time frame price action momentum to the downside could start dissipating guys. And all right, now there's one more thing which I want to talk to you guys about. So how do you look at this situation right here, and how do you want to capitalize off of this one right here? So what happens that you can see right here a big support which has been there for a very long time. If we just talk about the relevancy of this level, we can extend this level all the way towards these levels, and you can see what kind of activity is going on from this level, right? Quite significant guys. 1750 is a level of significance for Ethereum itself. So how do you play this one? How do you play this one? All of us know, or at least the higher side of the probability game in our own trading universe states the fact that if we go to the downside and if we test the support in the foremost pass, this is going to be a bounce, right? Well, no shit, Sherlock, right? I mean, when you come to support, yes, you'll bounce in the foremost pass. So if you come down right here, yes, it will be an opportunity. So how do you do this? Sorry. Kind of slip in my words right here. How do you do this? How do you nail this opportunity right here? So you start scaling guys, you start scaling onto these levels all the way towards 1750 until you see a 4-hour candle closing and starting a new trend below $1750 levels, scaling into Ethereum until a 12-hour candle closes below this level is going to be completely fine. And then you can aim for these levels to the upside for the coming weeks, for the rest of the weeks, right? Or at least a retest of this entire region back again once we start bouncing from these levels. Now, why do I say of this guys? The only reason is the overall strength, the way relative strength index is behaving alongside the price action. It's pretty clear that the strength to the downside is kind of dissipating guys. It's kind of dissipating in the small time frames. So at least for the weekend itself, I see this price action in a no trade zone, in a completely no trade zone. For that matter, the trend is down in the small time frames, but so sorry, what I'm trying to say is that in the small time frames, the moving average is slow to the downside. So yep, certainly your interpretation is going to be bearish. Your trading behavior is going to be bearish if you start trading this price action for any conclusion for that matter. But as of now, nope, this is completely directionless, and most likely all the trends to the downside or the upside is going to be decided by who? Let me know down in the comments. Alright guys, I'll catch all of you in the next video tomorrow. Bye for now.